Hello, welcome. We're so excited to bring you here today and have you on Facebook Live with us and some of our other great social media outlets like YouTube. And are we on the next one yet? Have you set that up yet?
Nope, not yet.
All right.
Wait to hear back for approval.
We'll be on a couple more coming up soon.
Yep, only on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Facebook. So you can find us if you want to.
For Rabell Realty Group Podcast, I'm Kristen Rebecca.
And I'm Rebecca Johnson.
All right. And today we're pretty excited. We have Alex Black on from Enlight Energy talking about solar panels. I always say efficiency is sexy, and so is energy efficiency. Anyways, we always love to talk about the market. So we have our Monday market moment.
All right, so we're going to jump into the market real quick so that we can talk about energy efficiency. So here we are, a snapshot of the month of April for the following markets. We're going to start with Alachua County. There are 171 active listings that have come on since the month of April that are still available, with 389 homes going under contract this month so far. A couple of days left, so we'll see what happens next week for the total. 279 have closed in Alachua County so far, and remember, this is only single-family residential homes and attached housing. This does not include other. Only in April. Yes, only in April. So, St. Augustine, let's take a look at your market. So you have 55 active listings that have come on in the month of April that are still available. Obviously, things from previous months are still there as well. Pending home sales, 44 so far in the month of April for St. Augustine, in the month of St. Augustine.
Best month of the year.
I know, the best month. And then 40 closed so far. And then Tampa looking strong over there, but only 1,000 homes, 997 homes active still on the market that have been listed since April 1st, with 1,757 in the pending category, so some big numbers there. But it is a larger, more metropolitan type area. And then closed sales, 1,268. So going strong this month. People are definitely moving and looking for homes.
And April historically is a really big month. Beautiful spring weather, getting into summer. In all three of these areas, it's one of the bigger months. So not surprised to see the huge numbers in Tampa, even despite the fact that there's low inventory. It's still about a month and a half or less for each area. I mean, St. Augustine's numbers are a little skewed. They're a little different than ours. Smaller.
Very small area.
And we're really only St. Augustine. It's the St. Augustine Beach and St. Augustine, rather than a lot of the other beach areas in that area. So
yes, and then I know Alachua County, we had an agent in the office that had an open house, ran out of flyers, 5 offers came in. So things are definitely going strong. If you're thinking about selling in any of our markets, give us a call. We're happy to talk with you.
Yeah, it's happening in all the price ranges. We have the other one. I don't know if we talked about last week, I forget, but over $1 million property, put an offer in over list price and lost it. There was some crazy amount, 30 plus buyers, and went, what did he say, 79,000 over. So it's happening in all of the price range. And that was Gainesville. That wasn't Tampa, where you would expect that. So we are still seeing a very fiery market. We'll probably see the numbers continue to spike up, and hopefully listings, but same with all of these throughout the spring and summer. Usually, again, April and June are the biggest for closings. So we'll see how that affects us, and hopefully it'll be a little better for us. But what we need always are listings.
Yes.
So if you're looking to sell your home, if you want some advice on how to price it, on how to sell and buy at the same time, please call us. Visit us at buysellrebell.com, and one of our agents can help you if we don't. So we're always looking for listings and how to help you sell your home. So that's our market right now. And we always talk about it every week. There's something always in the news nationally. We try to keep it local in our 3 local spots, but it really is happening nationally with this lack of inventory. So whatever you hear elsewhere, it's either going to come here or has already hit us. So just be prepared. We read up a lot, and we don't have to make you read. We'll read for you. Right, Rebecca?
Yep.
All right. So, being a realtor for 16 years now, we get a lot of questions about solar panels, and a lot of questions about how they bring us value. How do they bring you value as a seller, as a buyer? And I've met Alex Black, in the past 6 months or so, maybe even longer. Yeah, and we've talked a lot about solar. So We'd love to welcome you to our show, Alex, from Enlight Energy, bringing the solar power to Gainesville and actually all of Florida and many other states. But we'll focus a little locally here today. As you tell us all about your company, yourself, and we'll get into some questions for you. If anybody has questions online, please feel free to write them. We will answer them. He will love to answer them for you. So,
yeah, absolutely. Love to make it as interactive as possible.
Yes.
But yeah, Enlight Energy, we started about 5 years ago. HQ is in Austin, Texas. And from then on, we've just rapid growth. And now I'm responsible for our Florida office, along with some other guys on our team. But yeah, as Kristen said, we do the whole state. I'm going to focus locally here in Gainesville, Alachua County area. And really our vision with Enlight Energy is to build and convert homes into smart, more intelligent homes. So we want to make your house as extremely energy efficient as possible. We want your home to be a net zero energy home. So a lot of those are starting to come out more and more, with more environmentally friendly neighborhoods. So you have Oakmont out by Parker Road, who's kind of already on that mindset, and they're a little bit ahead of the game compared to most neighborhoods.
Now, you don't just do solar power. You have other products in the house, and you've talked about that before with us. But so what are some other products that you have?
Yeah, so we have essentially monitoring systems that we provide, as well as we convert the homes we want you to have LED lights, simple things like a smart thermostat. We also are working and partnering up with a company here that has a patent pending with UF, and we'll be one of the first companies to have it. But essentially it's a smart meter, and you're able to see what your consumption is in real time. So if you plug in your hairdryer, you're able to see how much that cost on the hour. So, and it tracks it, records it as well.
So I did see the list up there. Also, you talked about attic insulation, solar attic fans, things like that. So those all help with energy efficiency, and you all can install them. You have companies that install them to include this. Now, when someone gets solar panels, are they also adding on all of these items, or do they add on those items when they find out that the solar panels don't really work or don't really work for their house? Because it's not going to be perfect for every house. It's really about energy consumption.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we typically like to offer these things as a package, but if someone doesn't want to have solar panels, for example, totally fine. We'll help them with insulation. We'll help them with AC. We'll install the solar attic fans. I mean, if it's going to be 75 degrees in here, it's also got to be 75 degrees up there.
To keep it energy efficient, right? Okay.
So we use speaking of insulation, we use a MLI, multi-layer insulation. It's the same insulation they use in space, so that little like aluminum foil looking. So we'll essentially do the floor, the attic, the pitches of the roof, and we'll install the solar attic fans. And essentially roofs in Florida get up to 190 degrees during the summertime, so it gets really hot. And also
I'd hate to be the inspector during summertime.
Yeah.
Especially the ones who put on the full-on outfit.
The suit, the harness,
clothes.
And everything. Yeah. And the solar attic fans, that just essentially just draws the heat out of the attic. And then during the day, no electricity is.
So when they have the fan on, though, is that using energy consumption to have it on? I mean, is
the
it
solar
kind of
attic fan, it runs by solar, so it's not plugged into anything. Yeah.
What does the average homeowner expect to save if they're just doing something like the attic insulation?
Oh, man. So, for attic insulation, I've heard as high as 40%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it does cost a lot of money to cool that space and area.
So if the AC is running, I mean, it depends on how old the AC unit is as well. So you have an extremely energy efficient air conditioning unit, and it's going to cool down the house much faster than it would an old 12-year-old, 15, 20-year-old unit. So if that AC is running longer, it's going to affect your electric bill.
Yeah, of course. Now you have a graphic that shows like energy consumption and what it goes through. Yes, that one. Tell us about this.
Oh, the good old school. This is the I call this the old school mindset, right? Okay. This is coal burning energy plants, right? In order for us to turn on our light, when you turn on your light switch, people don't really think about where the source of that is, and to even have the I mean, I'm very grateful, and we're essentially just in an amazing situation in this life in 2021 where we can just flip on a switch and we have energy, right? But we don't consider where that energy comes from, right? So it's being delivered, transported to the commercial industry, to the residential. So there's a lot of things that go into it, and we pay for it. We do. So
Especially if you're on GRU.
Yeah, yeah. And for those that don't know, GRU is number one in the state of Florida. We pay the highest utility rates here.
And that's a fact, correct?
That is a fact.
That's a fact.
And I
yeah.
think it will always be a fact.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I think they just actually announced that they were going to do another increase in energy. I think I read that in the paper last week.
Yeah, 7%.
Which is why Alex is here.
Yep.
That's also why I'm here.
So somebody installs solar and they do the attic fan and that. How long does it take to pay for itself typically on an average home?
Well, with solar, I always have this debate with people, and it depends on whether you're an analytical thinker, whether you're a driver, or just someone like me. I like to go the loan route because we work with solar loans, right? So when we talk about ROI, that's a cash investment.
That's return on investment.
Return on investment.
For people who don't know.
Yeah. So if you're putting money up front, then we're going to think about, okay, whether it takes 4 years, 8 years, 12 years to get your return on investment. So with the solar loans, there's no out-of-pocket cost. You're not spending anything for installation. It's just a monthly payment.
Right. And that monthly payment is replacing your payment to your electrical company.
Exactly. And
so it's something that you're already paying, already having to pay.
Yes. And we're reallocating that money back into the equity of the home. So that's how I look at it.
Well, I just think there's been a big misconception that solar is super expensive and that people can't afford it. And so it's nice to know that there's options where they can get a loan to help pay for it or pay it off. They can pay it off more quickly, I assume.
Of course, when I first met with you, I was like, well, how's this going to work with someone, wanting to put their house up on the market within, 3 to 5 years, because that's how fast people are selling. Some are selling at 2 years. So, there's this misconception about, it's so expensive. I'm going to lose. You're not really going to get your money back until 20 years down the line. I mean, that's really what we've been told and what we've heard and what people think. So in this way, if they have say they're buying the house and they have to put the roof on at the same time, may as well get solar, right? That's the best time to put it, brand new roof. How are they able to purchase the home at the same time, bringing on this new loan or acquiring the loan from the old buyer, from the buyer who still has that loan? Kind of like Oakmont. This is how I was able to think about it. Oakmont has that as well, not with your company, but solar panels. When you buy an Oakmont, you're essentially buying the loan from the owner, whether that's the builder, who the loan is at the very beginning, or the past owner. Oakmont's been around 3 years, maybe a little longer. So you're buying it early on in its life, unless somehow the owner paid it off. So again, you were telling me that it doesn't affect your loan to income.
Yeah, your debt to income.
Your debt to income, right? So how is that so? Do you have any idea about that? Because I know you're not the lender on it. But
Correct. So I think we have a slide. You can pull that up. But I'll just use an example for Sonova. And I'm a big preacher. Sonova is your
lender, right?
Our lender. So with
is that the one?
Say that again.
Is that the one?
No. Keep going.
There you go.
There it is. So it's essentially, I'm a big preacher of this. Solar is an equity building asset, right? So we are not just providing, and this is for most solar companies, we're not providing just solar panels. It's a solar system, right? You're getting an entire system that's put into place. You're protected for 25 years. We protect the roof. If there's any roof penetrations, you're covered for 25 years. If there's a leak in the roof, we're going to cover that. There's no out-of-pocket costs for repairs.
But only a leak right around where the attachments are.
Right. Yeah. So what we do is we have it's called a K2 Everest mounting system. We slide a metal shingle in. We drill into that metal shingle and we put a bracket on there with the racking system, and the solar goes on there. It's a nice flush look, but it's a strategy, right? So if you're looking to buy another house, we can just call Sonova or Loan Pal or Mosaic or TSU or some of these other solar loan companies. You can actually put a stop with your loan, and if you're looking to buy another home, it's not going to affect your debt to income. So a lot of people don't really know that, but it's definitely a strategy. So if you're looking to buy another home, that's the best way to go about it. You can also sell the home for the equity boost and have the person essentially just take over the payments. And you've seen.
But again, it's not affecting when you're buying that home and you're taking on that a payment. You explained it as a different type of loan.
Yeah, it's a utility. So it's a lien on the panels.
But it does not have to be paid off in order to
get it
taken on. Right.
Yeah, and the warranties and the protections transfers over.
All right, we've got to take a break, and we'll get back and talk a little bit more about Sonova and then also bringing energy efficiency to your home. Thank you.
Welcome to the small town of Alachua, with a population of nearly 10,000 residents and a sparse suburban feel. Alachua has an average age of 35, making it a great community for young families with a variety of activities, such as Alachua Recreation Center, Splash Park, San Flasco State Park, and seasonal festivals. Alachua is zoned for Irby Elementary, Alachua Elementary, Mabane Middle School, and Santa Fe High School. Downtown Alachua is home to shops and restaurants, as well as the City Hall and a local police department. Neighborhoods such as Windswept Hills, Heritage Oaks, Turkey Creek, Savannah Station, and more are all located just 16 miles from Gainesville. Please visit buysellrebell.com to search for your new home in Alachua.
All right, thanks for returning. We're back with Alex Black from Enlight Energy, bringing us solar power energy and some other energy efficient products that we've talked about.
Yes.
Right now we're talking about the loan for it, but there's also some great tax benefits you talked about before.
Yeah. So it's Form 5695. It's a renewable energy tax credit form. So for any solar system that's put on to the home, you get a 26% tax credit. Also, anything that's energy efficient, that's saving you energy that you're collecting from the grid, like appliances, LED lights, windows, you're able to get a tax credit for. So even an electric vehicle. Certain vehicles are exempt, like Teslas. You're not allowed to have a tax credit on that. But for plug-in Priuses and stuff like that, yeah. So.
All right, cool. So that's just something you want to talk about with your CPA about, because they probably know it. Just, if you have these LED lights, save the receipts, get them to your CPA. But if you want solar panel, there's ways to save money by tax benefits. So that's really cool.
How many people are you seeing on average in a month go ahead and pull the trigger on getting solar? And not just in Gainesville, but any area that you service.
So in my experience, this year alone, it's just kind of been skyrocketing. We project that in the next 2 years, there's going to be more solar installed than in the last 40 years. So for us, it's been, we're a month and a half in, we've got over 30 projects that we're working on. And we've had we have one install going on right now as we speak, and we've had two last week. We've got one on Thursday. We also have, I would say about 6 or 7 within the next couple of weeks.
How long does it take to install?
So one day.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, their panels aren't heavy. The guys are running up, they're holding the panels up on their back. They're climbing the ladder. But it takes about a good 8 hours.
Okay.
Good 8 hours.
Once somebody commits to doing solar, from the time they commit, how long does it take to do install?
So I got a customer in Newberry right now. It took about 4.5 months to get paperwork, permitting, getting all that process. Newberry doesn't have very many customers. They only have about 13 customers, and 3 of which are ours. But in Gainesville, it could be anywhere from we're looking at 2 months. So our install today took 39 days.
So do you work with roofers? So you get a roof and you have, say, a 20-year warranty on shingles. Does that kill the warranty with the roof?
Yeah, you know what? That's a good question. That's something that we have to talk to the roofers about. But I've heard different things. But I do think it does affect your roof warranty. Yeah.
So you have to be careful with that. I wonder if it's all of the shingles or just the shingles
on that side. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
We need to look
that might
into
depend on the manufacturer of the shingles as well, because it's not always the roofers that are they're giving it on the workmanship and the craftsmanship, but the shingle companies themselves come up with that. And I'm wondering if it is a very interesting question. We'll find out and we'll put it out there for you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
The other thing is that I wonder is how old right now we've talked about this with insurance. So insurance companies, there aren't as many that are insuring roofs that are 15 years old or older, 10 years or older. So now a question is, how do you find out if the house is right? It's probably a part of it, their shingle age, their roofing age, right? A part of it, what they are, I don't know, using in terms of energy, right?
Yeah, I think it depends on the quality. Like I've seen a 6-year-old
True.
roof look like it was 30 years old.
Yeah, true.
I've seen.
But you have your guys get up there and
Oh, yeah.
research all of that and check
yeah.
all of that and make sure. I mean, I'm sure there are a couple houses that you're like, this is not worth it for you.
Oh yeah, I mean we so essentially what the process is we bring out an engineer, a site surveyor. Him and I will go on the roof together. We'll grade the roof. We'll look at the shingles. We'll look at if it's cracking. We'll stick something in the roof that essentially grades it, and we grade it on a scale of 0 to 4. So anything below 2.5, we're not going to touch. But we're going to advise them and say, hey, get a roof.
Yeah.
But we don't like to do anything over 5 years.
Okay.
But
Wow.
there are roofs that are 10 years old that still have 20-year life expectancy on it. If it's a metal roof,
So you do
that's
you
lifetime.
do them on metal roofs as well.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we do it on the ground. We've contracted with a contractor that makes pergolas, builds pergolas. We can
Right,
put
right.
solar on a pergola. We can do it on the ground. So there's different ways.
What if you find the house has a lot of trees around? Do you suggest certain trees being taken down or?
Yeah, so cool thing with what we have as well as a finance company, they actually look at shading. We do a shading analysis and we build a report just on how much sun that house is going to get, and we guarantee a specific production.
Okay.
All right? And if it fails qualifications, we're going to say, hey, we got to cut some trees down
Right.
in order to move forward.
Right.
And we'll recommend a tree service
Sure.
that we're partnered up with. So.
And then what about, say, a house, they don't want it for their energy consumption, but they want it for their pool. You do the pool sort of solar
Yeah.
panels, and can you make it to where both the pool and, or maybe the little hot tub, maybe only that and the house together?
Yeah, we can do, if you have specific needs, we'll definitely match
Okay.
what you need. Yeah.
Well, we only have a few more minutes left, but I've actually asked you to check out my utilities and see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I pulled your bills and
office or house?
House.
Oh, okay.
House. Yes.
The office one, I've been pretty proud
'Cause we
of.
don't
We keep it
have-
pretty low.
Yeah.
We don't have the top.
Well, you got
building.
a Nest thermostat. You got the energy. I mean, your office is pretty energy efficient. So I
Except for the gigantic glass fishbowl windows that
Yeah.
are just single pane because the HOA won't let us have a double pane. But yeah, otherwise we're totally
Yeah.
energy efficient.
It's really good.
Yep.
So
The house,
Yeah.
on another note, is not.
no. Oh, apparently not. So I mean, you use.
Are we going to share? What is your bill? Just out of curiosity.
Well, I'll just tell her
If we're allowed.
what she's doing on average.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
So $191.90 is your average. So if we don't add the utility rate increase, which is 7%, you're probably over 200 if you
Yep.
keep doing what you're doing.
That does not include water, people.
Wait.
So-
We got to give context because most people don't know where Kristen lives. How big is your house? How
Yeah.
many rooms?
About we have well, I don't really want to tell that. No, a 4, 3.5, and
Right.
4-bedroom, 3.5
In
bath
square
in Hale.
footage.
About 2,200 square feet.
There you go. So now you
But
know.
3,277 square feet under roofing. It looks like, right?
Yep.
And so the average utility bill was, did you say 291?
So 191.
190.
Right, and
91.
that would be
For electric
For electric
only.
because water
It doesn't
through the
include
roof.
water and gas.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
And I mean, we are a little limited on time, but
Yeah.
we could definitely dive deep into this. So I'll just say the difference. 192 is your average without assuming rate increases.
Right.
So $148 would be roughly your solar payment.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait,
But,
how much
so-
is the solar payment?
152.
152
Versus
So we had
190
a comment
plus.
that was cheap, but remember that doesn't include water
Yeah.
or gas. So that was just electricity. So it's actually, I think, probably
So her electric bill, I mean, we can use, let's see here, with water.
It's got to be like 500.
You
Should
know,
we take
so-
guesses? It's a
No,
500
this month was, so what was that one? Because this month, my bill for this past month was $505.
Woo.
$505.
504.
So if I can
26.
save, what was that? You said about $90 plus with this rate increase, another 7%, I could save over $100, slightly over $100 in at least the electrical
And you're
portion.
paying the solar off.
I'm paying the solar off by paying that. Then so far it
add
makes
your
sense.
pool on there. That place is
I know,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like
I'll
it's
if I can
freezing.
add the pool, I mean, it would still be the same amount, but I'd have probably as I'm paying now. But then I'd have a warmer pool. I don't need a hot pool, but a warmer pool. You can't swim in my pool, people. It's way too cold. We went to Lake Santa Fe this weekend on Sunday, and got in the water. Got home. It was still really hot. GRU is water, gas, and electric, Duffy. That's why it's 500. But we came back and we were still hot. So we're like, let's get in the pool. We couldn't get in the pool. It's too cold.
Your pool is freezing.
It is the coldest pool ever. So yeah,
It's basically
Colder
like getting
than
into the
the
Arctic
lake.
waters.
Nice. That's
yeah.
good.
You know
need
the
a little
polar
cold-
bear?
a cold
No.
plunge.
The
I mean,
polar bear
I guess
plunge. That's what it's
yeah.
like to
That's
get
it.
into
I guess
her pool.
after
Get
a
in and
good
get out,
workout, just
you
jump
know?
in and jump out. But
Yeah.
yeah.
The
After
only
that
way
shock.
to get in is to fully jump
It's a
in
total
and get
shock.
past the shock. Otherwise,
And then
Yeah.
you can't stand there because you're freezing. You have to
Yeah.
do the solar jump
Got to
and
do
get
some
out. Right.
big, some deep breaths and
Yeah.
just stay in there.
I didn't know you had your own cold therapy
Yeah,
pool.
right. Except I can't get in there.
Well, that's equity boosting right
There
there.
you go.
right?
Exactly. Yes. So I can have a warmer pool that we could swim in, and basically, rather than pay GRU but pay into my solar panels, it sounds like a good deal. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So see, right there. You just call up Alex. I didn't even give him provide the utility bills to you. You called GRU.
Yeah,
Right.
got it right there.
All right.
So-
All right. Well, we appreciate having you on here. I told you it was super short.
Yeah, it was.
We're about to end now. Everybody gets nervous
Thank you
about
for
getting
having
on
me.
our podcast. We're going to go through our slides, but Enlight Energy, what's a good number to reach you at, or a good way to reach you?
Yep, 352-222-0795. Also reach out at our website, enlight.energy. You can fill out a form, and we'll get in touch with you.
All right. Thank you, guys. Instant AC.
All
Well,
right.
that pool is instant AC.
Freezing. So, if you have a property that you would like to have professionally managed, we would be happy to assist you with that. K&R Property Management, where we invest in your investment. Reach out to us at rent@knrpm.com.
And if you're looking into getting into real estate or changing your real estate license, you can join our team. Please email us, join@buysellrebell.com, and we will meet with you and tell you our benefits.
And if you're looking to get social, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn.
Like our page on YouTube, share, please subscribe, and you can watch us on YouTube as well, and all of our other really great videos.
Did you know Rabell Realty Group has a blog? Well, we do. It's buysellrebell.com/blog, where you can find helpful hints for around the home, maintenance checklists, and things that we discuss on the
Information
blog.
about solar panels.
That's right. Solar panel
Solar.
energy.
Get your solar.
Solar. All right. If you want to get into podcasts, this is your man, the Fiesta Media, full podcast production. What we always ask is to come on first, get the feel of it. See, it's not frightening, right? It's a fun little
it's not.
event. And then you can contact them at 352-327-5089. That's the way we want to get, more guests on here. All right. Well,
well,
thank
thanks
you.
so much.
It's been fun. It's been awesome
Yes.
talking with you, Alex.
Absolutely.
And come watch again next time. Next
We'll be
week,
on
same
next
place,
week.
same day.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.